Hi everyone, welcome to Find Things. I'm your host, Angie Yazilitis, and I am here today at Birds of a Feather Interiors, which I cannot wait to share with you. I think you're going to be really excited. I want to introduce you to the owners, Barbara Moore and Nancy Lack, who are going to be joining me. Come on in, ladies. This is especially fun today because you'll see we are well coordinated here on Find Things, which doesn't usually happen, by the way.
Ladies, and we didn't plan it.
We did not plan it, so that's even better. So thank you so much for having me.
Oh, we're happy to have you here.
I'm really excited to be here. So we're really going to we want to talk about the shop. We really want to give you a tour and help you to understand what's in the shop, but we also want to talk about the services that they provide, because not only are they, nice to look at, but they are a really talented duo. So we really want to delve into that. So let's get started by talking a little bit about your backgrounds, who you are and how you got together.
Okay. Well, my background really is in education, and I spent 35 years as a public school teacher. But during that time, I yearned to do something creative. So I decided when I retired that I would try to find a creative outlet. Now, I've always decorated for family and friends. Mm-hmm. I was always recruited for that, and I loved to shop and loved to decorate in my own home. But I really wanted to do that for other people because I know what it's like to transform a home and be really excited to have a home that you really love.
Yes.
So I wanted to do that for other people, and that's how I decided that I wanted to have a shop. But I knew that I couldn't do it all myself. I knew I needed a partner, mm-hmm. and that's how I sought out Barb.
Wow. So that's interesting too, because I think you hit on something without even realizing it. Not everybody, you had that natural knack. Mm-hmm. Not everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Sometimes when you go out shopping, you're overwhelmed, mm-hmm. and you need somebody to kind of put it all together for you or show you your options.
Yes.
And that's what we're here to do.
Yes.
Make it make sense.
So I've gotten to know them and know a little bit about what you bring to the table. But Barb, what's your end of the team?
Well, I'm the retail end.
Yes.
I've been in retail for over 25 years, and I love sales. But I've also been designing and decorating for people. I started a very long time ago at a high-end store, and but I also felt, being a military wife, that that we could do this on a smaller budget. And so my incentive really for doing this is to make sure that everybody can afford a nice home that they love.
I love that.
It's easy to do design on a big budget. It's much harder when you have a limited budget and you have to kind of incorporate the different things that you want or that you love. Some pieces that you've been traveling with, and you just want to have it all make sense.
I love that you said that, because a lot of my regular viewers know this, but when we started Find Things, the definition of Find Things are things that enrich your life. Mm-hmm. And part of our mission with that was that Find Things should be for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Absolutely.
Not just, we were not going to just showcase Find Things that were only for a certain market. It's not that we wouldn't talk about that, but we wanted to be across the board, be able to showcase Find Things that are, available for everyone. So I love that that's a passion for you too.
Right.
And you've really succeeded, which is even better.
Well, thank
It's
you.
very awesome.
We pride ourselves on having an offering that is sometimes very low budget mm-hmm. pieces, and also some very high-end pieces, and show people how you can mix them together and make something really spectacular that really looks better because it is low and high.
Yes, something for everybody
Mm-hmm.
is sort of the mentality
Absolutely.
that you have, which I love, and I think that you're going to love as well. So I would like to get into starting by talking a little bit about the store. So we set up here in this amazing set. This is not a set. This is their store. I would love to say that this is a set, but this is the store.
This is what we get to come to and work in every day. So
yeah, I'm a little bit jealous. So talk a little bit about the store, where you're located, your hours, that kind of thing.
You want to do it?
No.
No. Well, we're located at 310 Union Avenue. And we're very excited because we feel like we're out here on the hub of things, right
Yes.
here on Plank Road and Union Avenue, close to many other establishments. And we're easy to find. We're very close to Coldwell Banker Town and Country Real Estate and across the street from the Party Store that is located on Union Avenue also. And we have lots of parking, and our hours are 11 to 6, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And on Saturday, we're open 11 to 3.
11
And
to
of
6
course,
and 11
then,
to 3.
then by appointment. We'd be happy to come in if you couldn't make it at that time, or you have to make it in the evening. And also on Mondays and Tuesdays, we do home decorating in people's homes. So we have those hours that we set aside.
We're going to talk about that too. So that's important.
Okay.
So I think it's funny because it's kind of strategically. You go buy a home from Coldwell Banker, then you stop here and get your interior designers.
Bob would love that.
Yeah.
Isn't that fabulous? Or you plan a party and you come over here because you want to make your house.
You have your housewarming party when you're done.
Exactly. That was strategic, wasn't it?
Oh, we planned it all. Yep.
Absolutely. So again, the store, we're going to give you a little bit of a tour here, but we definitely want you to stop in because even though you're getting a tour on camera, there's nothing like being here. It's just got a really great vibe about it, and I think that's one of the things that makes Altoona so unique now is you've got these boutiques opening up that are really remind you of something that you look for when you're on vacation. And you can come in here anytime, when they're open, and experience it. It's very experiential, so you've got to come in.
It was really important to us for it to be very warm, very welcoming, for us to know our customers, come in, have a cup of coffee with us.
Yes.
And so we just love the people who have been in, and we'd love to make more friends.
That's awesome. So we want to talk a little bit about design, because you guys do design services. So it's almost like you have a couple different offerings with design. So you've got interior design, which I want you to obviously talk about, but then it's almost like a way for people to get started that are scared about hiring an interior designer. Mm-hmm. So let's start with talking a little bit about your concept of somebody that just wants to refresh their home, but they're kind of afraid to hire a designer.
That would be our Fluff Your Stuff. And
I love that.
it's a service that came to us kind of by chance. It was what we were explaining to a customer, and she kind of gave us the phrase. But if you don't want to do an entire room design, you're not ready to start over, then we come in and try to help you make sense of your room and incorporate the new colors. There's always new colorways that are out there. And it's sometimes a little intimidating to incorporate them into your design. We try to help you make sense of it. We want to show you how to bring in new colors by just bringing a pillow or some window treatments or a few throws. It's not very expensive, but maybe you need to eliminate some of the items from your room, and we help you do that as well. Sometimes when you go into a room, it just feels clustered, or it feels overwhelming and there's nowhere for your soul to rest as you're looking around. We try to help you make that home feel comfortable. So we developed Fluff Your Stuff. It's very inexpensive. The both of us come out, Nancy and I, and try to give you some guidelines, and we leave you with some homework.
It's a 2-hour option.
Okay.
And by the time we spend our 2 hours, we leave you with a list of usually 5 or 6 things that you could do,
Okay.
color-wise, furniture arrangement-wise, that you could do to change your room.
Elimination.
How do you leave them with a plan, or do you actually show them? Or is it like...
Well, we will do
draw
both. It depends on where they are in the whole process.
Yeah.
Sometimes some people want us to go in and rearrange their room.
Yeah.
And then some people just want us to say in theory, well, you could put this here and this here, and I would incorporate this color, and so we try to get in touch with what the customer is ready for. So
Okay. So it's really about customizing it, it sounds like, for the person that you're working with.
absolutely.
Everything in our store is about customizing. it.
Right.
Yeah.
We really like to get to know our customers. You know that from being
do.
here. We enjoy our people. We enjoy meeting different people. As Nancy says at the end of every day, we meet the nicest people.
Yeah.
And we genuinely mean that. So when we get invited into your home, it's more like being invited to a friend's house. And
That's great.
if you're the friend that needs us to move your furniture around, we
They'll
take off
do
our
it.
shoes and we
Right.
do it.
They'll do it.
Yeah.
Or if you're just like, I'm scared, but can you show me what I should do?
Right.
You'll do that
And
too.
we would never do anything that somebody
Right.
wasn't on board with. It has to be a mutual thing. So
So it's using their current, things that they have, but then also maybe recommending some pieces that you have as well. Is that correct or no?
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's pieces that we might have or that we might have in storage or in the store, but then also just going out and purchasing some pillows for you or a throw or two or recommending different window treatments. So often there aren't very many rules of design.
Yeah.
There are some that there are some rules that you have to have just because of function.
Yes.
But then there are design items that it's not really hard and steadfast.
Yes.
So we try to help you.
And window treatments is an interesting one. I'm terrible at window treatments.
a lot of people have trouble with window treatments.
So I just don't even have window treatments.
It confuses them. They don't know how to hang them, at what height they should hang them, how
Yes.
far they should drop down, and we do have a handle on all of those
Yeah.
things. So.
It's intimidating and
Okay.
it can be very expensive.
Yeah.
And so when it's expensive, it's a big commitment,
It is.
and you want to make sure that you do it right. So instead of
And that's gonna
wasting your
last.
money, right? Instead of wasting your money on the mistakes that you could possibly make, just do it right the first time.
Yeah. Exciting. So that's Fluff Your Stuff, which I think we should all do. I think
We would be very happy if everybody did it.
If
we
everybody
want
listened-
we want to fluff our stuff at each other's houses.
Yes,
even.
absolutely, because it's like it's fun. You know,
Uh-huh,
it's
it
so
is.
fun.
It's
Come
fun to
fluff my
switch things
stuff,
around.
ladies.
Yeah.
It's having your girlfriends come over and help you.
Right.
That's
Yes.
what it is.
Yes. I know you're also working on a strategy to take Fluff Your Stuff and make it more of a home party. Can we talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely.
So the idea is that, if you're interested in Fluff Your Stuff and you are a person who is open and you are a social person, that you have friends who take part in the Fluff Your Stuff and they're learning, so as you're educating about why you're doing things,
Right.
correct?
So that you can go on and do it again.
Yes.
You can apply it to another room
Right.
then.
Yes.
You don't have to have us come over every season and help you
Yes.
incorporate the different colors. You can just pick up and go. You'll learn things as you go.
Absolutely. And so their friends would be there, they'd be learning too. And obviously this is a great way as a marketer, I'm going to say this, for you to meet new audiences. So if I have a Fluff My Stuff home party and I invite 10 people and one of them says, "Hey, I need you to fluff my stuff,"
Absolutely.
then it's a way of you meeting new people.
Or at least
And-
come into our store.
Yes, and it's very non-threatening. There's home parties for everything these days, but this is so intriguing to me, mainly because it's very non-threatening, and it's that whole idea of when people say, "Oh, I'm working with an interior designer," it's almost like I've had that reaction with some people, like, "Oh, an interior
It's
designer."
intimidating.
It
Yes.
must be really expensive.
Yes,
What are they doing for you?
yes,
Well, we're not expensive. And we try to help you.
And we can take it as far as you want to take it. If
wanna
you just
go there
want to
too.
do,
Right.
if you just want to do the 2 hours and we're done, that's fine. But we can do rooms,
yes.
homes.
Yes. Let's talk about that. So I was kidding earlier. I said they're near Caldwell Bank, or someone buys a house, they need a interior designer. But you really can do the full gamut of interior design, correct? If somebody wants you to do their entire
Absolutely.
home.
From top to bottom, we can do it. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
So how would somebody get in touch with you for something like that? How would they, do you recommend they come in the store? Do you recommend they make an appointment with you? Kind of what do you like? I know what's great about these two is they're open and so, warm to receiving whatever, but what do you kind of like as the process for an interior design client?
Just reach out. You can reach us by telephone number. You can reach us on Facebook. You can reach us by coming into the store. Take a look at what we have. It's certainly not everything we can do from a design standpoint.
Right.
We can work with new age. We can work with modern. That's what we love to do.
We can do any
switch it up.
style, right? And if you come to the store, then you'll see that we can decorate, and it will sort of verify that we're
Yes.
qualified. So,
And what I love about people coming into the store is that they've been so surprised at the prices. I've never worked in a retail environment where people have actually said to me, "You really should raise your prices," and that makes me feel good because I know we're doing something right. But if we buy right, we pass that savings on to you. So we kind of pride ourselves on being really good shoppers.
Well, and I would think too, going back to the interior design, that if someone comes in and you see what they're drawn to,
Right.
it could help you in the process.
absolutely.
Right.
Potentially.
And we hope that in that process, we can open them up to a few new things too. I think that we've actually brought a lot of people to the realization of what you can do with painted furniture. We have 3 painters that we employ, and they all do a little bit different of a style. And we think what they do is beautiful, and we take the opportunity to use more substantial, older things that are made of good wood.
Solid pieces.
Solid
Really
pieces,
solid pieces.
that sand well and paint well, and we give them a new life.
That's
and,
beautiful.
And they're very reasonable, and people absolutely love them, and vintage painted things are very much in style right now.
Yes, they definitely are. Which there's a couple things I want to share on that. But I also want to ask, what if someone has a piece that they already love? Can you work with that at all?
Absolutely. You mean with painting, or do
Or
you
even
mean just
upholstering?
using
Like,
it?
what could you do if I had a piece that I just brought in and said, ladies, like, bring this back to life for me?
Right. Well, good bones. If it has good bones, if it's made of quality wood, it's free. If you already have the piece, you already own it.
Yes.
What better place are we than free?
Yes.
So then we find a fabric for you, help you coordinate it. We
Yes.
do have our own upholsterer that works for us. Our timeline varies. It depends on how busy she is.
Right.
But we offer upholstering, we offer painting, we
Okay.
can
It's good
offer
to
the
know.
full gamut. And we work with local contractors. We're very amenable to working with other people.
So if somebody has an idea, they're watching this and they're thinking, oh, I need to
Right.
get in touch. You are open to people coming and
It's a good
introducing
time.
themselves.
Yeah, it's a good time to call us if you're just starting your project and you want to do, especially if you want to do an entire house. Let us help you make your pieces make sense, and also save you from spending too much money. You know,
Yes.
when we go out, if you're out shopping for furniture, you know how expensive it can get, and sometimes it's overwhelming. And so you just pick the vignette that they have in the store. It's a vignette that you're going to see possibly in your friend's house when you go over.
Which you
And-
don't want. You want to be unique.
Right. So you are unique,
You are.
and we should celebrate that. We should offer that up to everybody that comes in.
Oh, I love that. And that's something that enriches your life, because a lot of people just don't think of it. I always feel like, your house, when you enter it, your home, there should be a sigh of like,
Should
I'm
be your
home.
haven,
Right.
and I feel like
your
that's
safe place.
what you,
Absolutely. And then sometimes people get intimidated by putting accessories in it for the finishing touches. and that's kind of my that's kind of my specialty.
didn't think that.
I'm very drawn to a lot of lighting. I have a floral design background and
Okay.
worked for several florists in the area, so I can do custom work in any color that somebody might like in a wreath or a floral arrangement. And so we have it pretty much all covered.
Wow, you really do.
We do.
So let's kind of switch gears a little bit. I know there's probably people watching saying, "Oh, maybe I can't do something right now, but I need to stay in touch with these ladies. I need to be part of their community." We really are trying to build a community.
Right.
We're on there. They are on Facebook, getting more active, trying to reach out more. One of the things I love that they do, and a lot of places do this, but when you come in, make sure you give your email address so that there's maybe some seasonal reach outs taking place to the email list. But you really can be part of their community just by following on Facebook. There's some things in the works too with potentially sharing pieces, cool pieces as they get them, so that you can say, hey, interested in that, and maybe be the first one to get a piece. So there's things to come, right?
Absolutely.
We've been in this location for only 6 months.
Yeah.
So we're brand new. We're still learning who our market is. I think pretty much we know as soon as the lady walks in that she's a birds of a feather, or that I don't think I've met anybody that didn't like it in here,
Right.
but that's still to come.
People that get really
Absolutely.
excited about decorating and their heart beats a little faster when they step in the door, we know automatically that they're a bird. They're birds of a feather, and we know we have this group that when it's time to decorate, they get really excited about decorating their homes. So
Yes. And you started out talking about this, but this location, driving up on it, you just see it, and if you haven't, we're gonna show it to you here, but you can't miss it really, and it just draws the eye. So I guess, for our audience, is there anything else that you feel like you want to share, talk about? I do want to go back to real quick. So somebody's interested in Fluff Your Stuff. Again, they just contact you regular way, get on your calendar. Is that the process?
that is the process. Yes, they can just call and we make an appointment.
Okay. And I know they're very active too on Facebook, so Facebook Messenger even is a
Right.
good way to just reach out and say, I saw fine things. I'd like to get signed up for Fluff Your Stuff, because I already know a couple people that are interested. So I think you're gonna kind of build your calendar quickly there.
We're looking forward to it.
We are.
So, anything you'd like to share in closing?
I don't think so. I think we
I
just
think you hit it all on the
yeah,
head.
absolutely. We'd just like to thank Altoona for we've really been welcomed. Everybody's so happy to come in, and they say Altoona has needed something like this, and
Yeah.
we're happy to provide it. And we have, like I said, we just meet the nicest people. So come in and meet us.
Yes, please do. And I guess in closing, I just say, again, definitely enriches your life to come in here. Not just for the things that are in here, but for two wonderful people that even if you come in and it's not for you, you've met two really great ladies that will enrich your life. So please, if you're watching, like and share this, because that's one of the ways we extend our reach is just you share the video with someone, and we appreciate it. So have a wonderful day and keep finding things that enrich your life.